No corner, it's continuous, no corner, no cusp, no vertical tangent. Awesome. What about x3?
No.
No. At this point, we cannot determine the rate of change. There is none. It's a corner. It's continuous, but it has a corner. What about f?
No.
No, it's a corner. It's continuous, but a corner. What about, I didn't mean to say f, I meant x4, x5. Yes, the rate of change is 0. Awesome. What about 6?
No.
No, it's a corner. Or what about 7?
Yes.
Of course. What about 8? Yep, it's 0. A slope is 0 at this point. What about 9? Yes. What about 10?
Yes.
Yes. Careful now. What about 11?
No.
No, it's a corner. It's a corner. What about 12?
No.
No, it's a vertical tangent. Awesome. Okay.
So how can you tell if a function is differentiable?
If it's continuous, no corner, no cusp, no vertical tangent.
Okay.
Good. So now, can anyone refresh our memory? In the last 3 weeks, 2 major concepts we looked at. Can anyone give them to us? Something big that we haven't seen before in other classes, or maybe a little bit. 2 big concepts that we discussed from the beginning of the class. What do you think? Got a sip of water. 2 major concepts that we looked at. Something new.
Limits and
yes.
difference quotient.
Thank you, brilliant. Limit and the difference quotient. These were the 2 major concepts. We know how to determine these in many situations, and we know how to determine this in many situations. Now we're going to put them together. The limit of the difference quotient. And that's my page 4.
Professor, can you use a brighter color?
Yes. Brighter than this?
Yes, like blue or something.
Oh, yeah. I don't have...
Or gray, or light gray, something just lighter than that. Yes.
Lighter? Is it too strong?
It's just too dark.
It's too dark. I'll show you everything I have. Let's try this one. So when we put together the limit, as age approaches 0, from f of x plus age minus f of x divided by age. Is this better?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. This is exactly the derivative function f prime of x. F prime of x. So this is the derivative. This is the definition of the derivative function. So now invent a function. Invent a function, and let's find its derivative. Can anyone give us a function? Can anyone give us a function? Let's go with let's say x squared minus 2x plus 4. Quadratic. Good. So I have to write the limit. as age approaches 0. I have to determine f of x plus age as we did before. I plug in here and here x plus age as we did. Can anyone expand x plus age for us? Can anyone expand x plus age for us, please?
X squared plus 2xh plus h squared.
Thank you very much. So now I have this piece right here. I'm going to put it in. Allow me to just cross it out because I don't have enough room there. So I'm going to start that here. Limit as age approaches 0. Have to copy all this. X squared plus 2x age plus h squared minus 2x minus 2h plus 4. Minus the function. I have to distribute negative sign to all three terms. Minus x squared plus 2x, oops, minus 4 divided by h. Can anyone refresh our memory on what has to happen here? What are those two important conditions that have to happen for sure, always, forever, when determining the difference quotient for any function? Can anyone refresh our memory on that?
The h on the numerator.
That's the second step. You're right, but that's the second step. What I need the first step first. You're correct, but that's
Do we
step 2.
combine like terms?
Yes, but what has to happen? Yes.
Subtracting.
Yes, say it again.
Subtract the terms.
The terms without age must go away. If they don't, I'll say stop, 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 and start from scratch. And look at that. All of them are gone. At this point, I'm sorry, I have to use the so sorry. Limit as age approaches 0. What is the next step? What did we do next? Anyone remembers?
You gotta factor out h.
From the numerator. Awesome, brilliant. Thank you very much. That's all I needed. Excellent. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Great job. Can anyone give us those 3 terms? Three terms, please. 2x
plus 8
plus age.
minus 2.
Awesome. And the second step happens. Okay. Now, notice that I did not drop the limit operator. I did not apply the limit operator yet. Now I apply it. What is the final answer, please? Can anyone give us the final answer? Please. The limit of this when age approaches 0.
X is what?
When age approaches 0. H, not x. H approaches 0.
2x minus 2.
2x minus 2. This approaches 0, so 2x minus 2. Notice that we expect a function. And here's our function. So what does this mean again? For this function, x squared minus 2x plus 4, this function will give us the slope of the tangent line or the instantaneous rate of change at any point. If you say, when x is 4, find me the rate of change of this function when x is 4. Okay, fine. 4 times 2 is 8. 8 minus 2 is 6. If you say when x equals -1, what is the rate of change of this function at -1? No problem. 2 times -1 minus 2 will be -4. You can say, what about when x is 0? No problem. It's -2. Because this function is differentiable everywhere. For every x value, I can give you back the rate of change in a blink. All I have to do is just plug it in. And that will be the slope of the tangent line of that function. Okay, so this is what we just did. We basically, we created a function and we determined the derivative f prime by determining this. And then I gave you examples how to find f prime of -2, f prime of 0, f prime of 1 as examples. Any questions so far? Any questions?
Did we have a discussion to do?
Yes, I just give me another few minutes and then I'll go back and change the time. Okay, I would like us to determine, and this is another very important consideration, the equation of a tangent line. So let's choose from this set of problems. Find an equation of the tangent line to the graph of such and such, such and such. Since we had a similar example with this, let's skip 21, but we did not look at something like 2 over x. Find an equation of the tangent line to the graph of this function at these 3 points. We will choose only one point, is the same process. But let's start with 19 and 2 over x. Ready? So 19, f of x equals 2 over x. And which point would you like to choose to determine the equation of the line? Tangent to the graph at 1, 2, at -1, -2, or 100, 0.02.
B.
B, very good, at -1, -2. Let's see if that's true. Yeah, when I plug in -1, the function value is -2. That's correct. Good. So they're asking us to find the equation y minus y1 equals the slope times x minus x1 for the point -1 for x1 and -2 for y1. But I'm missing the slope. Can anyone tell us how we can determine the slope? How do I find the slope? Well, the slope is f prime at -1. That is the slope. S-L-O-P-E. That is the slope of the tangent line to the graph of this function at this point. But I have to determine f prime of x. This is my first step. Once I have f prime of x, I'll plug in -1. Can anyone tell us how to find f prime of x for this function? What do I have to write? How do I find f prime of x? What did we say f prime of x was equal to? Anyone remembers how we determined the f prime of x from the previous example? Anyone, please? Do you remember what we said that the derivative was? The two concepts put together? Anyone? Marita, would you like to try? What did we say the two major concepts that we discussed in this class so far, and we put them together to find f prime? Yes?
The limit, the
Yes.
different.
Yes, the limit as age approaches 0. Awesome, brilliant. So 2 over x plus age minus 2 over x divided by age. That's it. Awesome. Great job. Thank you. Good. So what do we have to find next? So f of x plus h minus f of x over h. Great job. Thank you. So what do I have to find next? Can anyone tell us what to find next? We need to determine what? Anyone? How do I subtract these two? What do I need to find first?
I have a question.
Yes, please.
Is it always gonna be where h approaches 0? Or
Absolutely mandatory. That's the definition of f prime. Always.
that won't ever change?
If we want to, never change. When we want to find f prime,
Okay.
we have the limit as h approaches 0 from the difference quotient. Yes. Very good. So what do we need to find here so we can continue? Anyone, please.
The common denominator.
The least common denominator. Awesome. Can anyone give us the least common denominator? Great job. So what is the least common denominator of these two? What should I write here?
X plus h minus x.
Careful. It must be a product. The LCD is always a product. It cannot be a sum or a difference.
X plus h times x.
Very good. X times x plus age, or x times age is the same thing. Very good. Awesome. Thank you. So of course this one needs what it doesn't have, and this one needs what it does not have. So we have 2x minus 2x minus 2h. And remember the two things that have to happen. All terms without h must go away. Next, copy the limit operator, please, where we have not applied it yet. The numerator is negative 2h over x times x plus h, and we have to flip the denominator. So the first step happened as planned. Now the second step has to happen as planned, and now we determine the answer and we drop the limit operator. This is the moment we drop the limit operator. When age approaches 0, I have negative 2. Let me write it one more time. Can anyone apply the limit operator and tell us what to write? And this will be the function, who is the derivative of this one. What should I write? When age approaches 0, yes, go ahead.
Negative 2 over x squared.
That's it. When age thank you so much. When age approaches 0, I only have x times x, which is x squared, and the numerator is negative 2. And you should rewrite it as negative 2 over x squared. I have the derivative. Can you plug in negative 1 in this derivative, please? How much is f prime of negative 1? Just plug in negative 1 and tell me the answer. And then I will put it in here.
Negative 2.
Negative 2. So then I go back there and put my negative 2 in here. So I have y minus negative 2. Y plus 2 equals the slope, which is negative 2. And x minus negative 1, which is x plus 1. It's not done, but it's a huge leap forward. I distribute negative 2x minus 2 minus 2. What does this mean? this is the equation of the tangent. So if we graph 2 over x, these are the graphs that we should always remember. At the point -1, -2, -1, -2, this line, the tangent line at that point, so this is 2 over x, this tangent line is y equals -2x minus 4. It's the equation of the tangent line to the graph at that point.